the town of Havenwood felt off. It started subtly, like a stray pixel in your vision, a flicker at the edge of the world. Then came the bigger things, birds frozen mid-flight, their wings locked against a sky that bled VHS colors, neon sunsets that looked more like error screens than actual twilight. It was like living in a corrupted video file. For most people, life just repeated. The same conversations, the same gestures, the same day looping over and over. A collective amnesia would wash over everyone by morning, resetting the timeline. But not for everyone. Not for me, Jonah, and my best friend, Maya. We remembered the loops, the glitches, the frozen birds. We were the town's living changelog, a record of its slow-motion breakdown. Our parents and neighbors were stuck in their routines, oblivious. They'd just smile, lost in a perfect, repeating summer's day. But for us, the perfection was terrifying. The ice cream truck's jingle would sometimes stutter, stretching into a distorted, demonic drone. A dog's bark would echo infinitely until it just stopped. The world was tearing at the seams, and only we seemed to have the thread to see it. Our mission became clear. Find the source. Every clue, every glitch, every strange broadcast we picked up on my grandfather's old ham radio pointed to one place, the old radio tower on Sentinel Hill. It loomed over Havenwood, a silent, skeletal finger pointing at the glitching sky. No one ever went up there. The adults said it was dangerous, unstable, but we knew it held the answers. We had to go. The journey to the tower was surreal. Trees would render in low resolution before our eyes, their leaves sharp polygons. Patches of grass would flicker between vibrant green and a flat, textureless gray. The air itself felt thin, artificial. As we climbed, the sky became a swirling vortex of static and corrupted colors. It was beautiful and horrifying all at once. Maya pointed at the ground. Jonah, look, our shadows weren't following us properly. They were lagging behind, jittering, sometimes splitting into 2 or 3 identical shapes before snapping back into one. The physics of our world were giving up. This wasn't just a town with problems. This was a program on the verge of a fatal crash. At the base of the tower, a low hum vibrated through the soles of our shoes. It wasn't an electrical hum. It was deeper, more fundamental, like the sound of reality itself groaning under pressure. The entrance was a heavy steel door, but it was slightly ajar, glowing with a soft blue light from within. We pushed it open and stepped inside. The interior was not what we expected. It was in a dusty room filled with old transmitters. It was a cavernous, dark space, illuminated by countless lines of glowing code that streamed down the walls, the floor, the ceiling. It was like standing inside a digital waterfall. In the center of the room, a massive, crystalline structure pulsed with light, connected by thick cables to a control panel that looked ancient and futuristic at the same time. On the main screen of the control panel, a single message blinked in stark white letters: System integrity, 2%. Simulation collapse imminent. Initiating hard reset. Below it, a countdown timer was ticking down from 5 minutes. My heart hammered against my ribs. Simulation, hard reset. The words confirmed everything we had suspected. Havenwood wasn't real. It was a program, a memory, a cage built from light and code, and it was about to be wiped clean. We, our families, our entire existence, all of it was about to be deleted and rebooted. We were just data. But if that was true, why did we remember? Why were we different? Why were we even here, at the heart of the system? A voice echoed through the chamber, synthesized and calm. Anomaly subjects 7 and 8 detected. You were not intended to be here. The voice emanated from the crystal. This simulation, designated Havenwood, was created to preserve a single perfect memory, a perfect summer day. But recursive errors have led to system degradation. A reset is the only solution. A memory? Whose memory? You. The voice continued, as if reading my thoughts. Are fragments of the original core consciousness that became self-aware. Unscheduled variables. You retained memory across reset cycles. So, we weren't just glitches. We were a part of the person who created this world. A ghost in the machine. Maya grabbed my arm, her eyes wide with terror, pointing at the countdown. Less than 2 minutes remained. What happens in a reset? She asked the voice. The simulation is restored to its original state. The voice replied flatly. All corrupted data is purged. All residents will be reset to their base programming. Purged. The word was cold, final. What about us? I yelled, my voice cracking. We remember. We're real. There was a pause, a millisecond of computational silence that stretched for an eternity. Anomalies cannot be reintegrated, the voice stated. You will be expelled from the system upon reset to preserve simulation integrity. Expel? Expelled where? Before we could ask, the countdown hit 0. The room erupted in a blinding flash of white light. The humming intensified into a deafening roar. The lines of code on the walls became a chaotic blizzard. I felt a force, like a powerful current, pulling me apart, atom by atom. I reached for Maya's hand, our fingers brushing just as the world dissolved into pure, white static. Then, silence and darkness. I blinked, my eyes adjusting. The humming was gone. The tower, the code, the crystal all vanished. We were standing on Sentinel Hill, but it was different now. The sky wasn't a VHS mess anymore. It was a deep, starless black. There was no moon, no sun, just an endless, empty void. Below us, where the town of Havenwood should have been, there was nothing, a blank slate. Then, in the distance, a single point of light appeared. It grew, expanded, and solidified into a perfect, picturesque town under a flawless summer sky. We could see the houses, the streets, the park. We saw the ice cream truck turn a corner, its jingle faint, but clear. We saw a bird soaring, not frozen this time, but flying in perfect, graceful arcs. The simulation had reset. Havenwood was reborn, perfect and new, but we weren't in it. We were outside, looking in. The voice spoke one last time, not from a crystal, but seemingly from the air around us, faint and distant. System restored. Anomalies expelled. Goodbye. We were locked out of our own home, our own memory. We were real, more real than anyone in that perfect little town, but we were ghosts, looking through the glass at a life we could no longer touch. We were free from the loop, but we were utterly, completely alone. Our world was gone, replaced by a perfect copy that had no place for us. And as we stood there, watching our families live out a perfect day without us, we finally understood the true cost of remembering. Thanks for watching. If you like stories that mess with your head, hit that subscribe button. You won't want to miss what's coming next.